any woman I've ever seen. Inside the world that woman, better than any woman I've ever seen. She treats me like a king. I treat that woman like a dark young queen. Wake up, mama, turn your lamp down low. Wake up, mama, turn your lamp down low. You ain't got enough to baby. Turn up the time, close the door.
I'm here with Brian Cronin. It's been a long time since I actually interviewed you, Brian. I think it's been like 2 years. It's probably longer than that. I think last time was at one of these.
It was. Oh, that was. Yeah, it's been a long time. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You're hard to get down there. I think maybe I might have gotten you one time at Dewey also.
Yeah, I think you did. Beach.
Yeah. So what have you been up to now? You used to work with Origination Magazine.
Yep.
But now that has gone and you have a new project.
It's called Batmag, batmusicmag.com. And we write about up-and-coming artists. Always have nationals on our cover. We talk about everything the community wants to know. So most magazines out there, they go and write about what they like. We write about what our readers like. And that's the most important part. Having
that is important.
I mean, right now our current cover, we have capital cities who everyone knows. And in between the pages, we have the local artists that everyone should know. And that's what our whole idea is to promote with me.
So now, what's your regular company now? You have another company,
Mirror Image. Well, Mirror Image is the umbrella of everything. Mirror Image, we do graphic design, printing, websites, and CD manufacturing. Anything that's media-based, that's pretty much what we do. Like I was here tonight speaking on the panel, talking about marketing and branding, and I'm pretty much known that for 17 years.
Now here is the 18th annual Millennium Music Conference.
I know, I'm hating myself.
Yeah, I know. I remember when it was in the single digits. It's almost in beyond the double digits.
That's true.
And now, how long have you been doing Mirror Image?
Mirror Image now, we're in our 9th year.
9th year.
Yes, and that mag is now in its going in its 3rd year.
And let's say we didn't mention this. You are centered out of Philadelphia.
We are in Philadelphia.
You used to be in the old downtown, and where are you at now?
We're in Fishtown, which is a new hotspot, a new up-and-coming area.
Fishtown.
Yeah. Originally from New York City, and came back into Philadelphia, where my roots are.
And any up-and-coming interesting projects you have?
You know, a lot of things that we do an internet radio show that we do every Wednesday. We also put on shows with Radio 104.5 every Wednesday as well at Voltage Lounge. We do monthly showcases at World Cafe and Hard Rock Cafe. It's all about promoting music. Our radio show, I think we have about 2,600 listeners weekly. Our online magazine, we have about 20,000 weekly. So it's one of those things where we're just all about music and trying to promote good music where we see it. And what's good about this magazine that we didn't have before, we don't just get stuck in the pigeonhole of talking about rock all the time. Like I love rock, it's my forefront. But we talk about hip hop, we talk about R&B, we talk about country, we talk about folk, we talk about singer-songwriters, we talk about everything. So as long as the music is good and we think it's good and our readers need to know about it, we let everyone know.
That's good. Now, if people want to check out all your businesses and give us stuff, what websites should they go to?
You can go to www, or I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. It's mirrorimage.com or batmusicmag.com.
That doesn't help at all.
All right. Well, thanks for being with us, Brian, and we'll hopefully talk to you soon.
You got it. Look forward to it.
Thank you.
Good night.
Okay, I'm still here at Millennium Music Conference, and we're with one of the performing artists, Maggie Anderson. And what can you tell us about yourself, Maggie?
Well, I am a singer-songwriter. I sing and play guitar. I've been doing it for about 3 years. So I guess I kind of got a late start in music, but I've been working really hard at it and doing a lot of conferences and performing and recording and things like that.
What would you say your music's like? I mean, what kind of music do you do?
When I perform live, it's just me and my guitar, so acoustic. It's kind of indie, I would say. And on my demo where it's produced, the songs are a little bit more pop almost, and I think in the direction that I'm headed now, it's definitely going to be a lot more indie pop. So the songs that I've written since my demo, or when I do record them, which hopefully will be soon, it'll be you'll be able to see a lot of my indie pop influences, and I still am strongly influenced by classic rock, so I think you might be able to see a tiny bit of that in there as well.
So now, you said you do acoustic. Do you ever play with a full band, or?
I don't. I used to, kind of. I did School of Rock when I was in high school, just like the movie, it's a real thing. And for that, we did all kind of we would take lessons, and then we would all come together and become a band, essentially, and play live shows all together. So with things like that, yeah, I was essentially in a band, but I've never been in a band where we were on our own and wrote our own songs and performed our own music or anything like that.
Now, you're here at Millennium Music Conference. Have you found anything useful here? Have you enjoyed this?
Everything's useful here. I love coming to conferences. I love coming to conferences. This is my third one. And every time it's always just a whirlwind. It's so much going on, so much information, but I walk away feeling like I could just conquer everything. I feel like I have so much information and so many good ideas and hints and tips, and everybody here is so kind and helpful. You really can tell that these people aren't just here because they have to be here because it was an opportunity for them, but because they want to be here to help the musicians, and even other musicians want to help each other. So it's a lot of fun. Everybody comes together to help each other out.
So now, if people want to get a hold of you or see what you do, where can they get a hold of you on the website or anything?
Yes. Well, there's actually a contact form on my website at maggieandersonmusic.com. I also have a Facebook fan page at facebook.com/MaggieAmusic. And then you could always tweet at me.
Google you or tweet you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, Maggie, and I look forward to I'm going to go to your next show, so hopefully I'll get some footage of that also, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. We got a kind of night, very strong we've got our time. Oh, we've got our time. Try to figure this all out. With my long hair blowing in the breeze, when you look at me, all I see, you have gone. I think I call them PCs and I'm calling other countries, but you know the things you use for beer? They have one of the lines on the song. On there, it says these are the kinds of names that it comes on. He doesn't have names like that. So, this next song is another original. It's called Deadly.
Nice shirt.
Hey, thanks. Hey, I'm here with Jeff Pittenger, who is a great vocalist, of course. We've interviewed him in the past, but this year we're at the 18th Millennium Music Conference, and it's a nice sunny day.
Yep, we're on the, third floor, second floor?
Yeah, we're here getting away from all the noise. Now, Jeff, what have you been up to? Why don't you tell us about your projects and what you might have coming up in the future?
Well, got a brand new album out with Monster Track Supergroup with Brett Alexander on guitars. He owns his studio in DuPont, PA, and got him laying down guitar work. Jeremy Hummel from Breaking Benjamin on drums. This is our second album, and the name again is Monster Track Supergroup. You can find us on Facebook, and working on lots of shows, getting closer to a record deal finally. I know that sounds crazy for a 52-year-old dude, but it's actually probably going to happen. And of course I have my other band, White Witch, that I've been singing in for 30...
Since the beginning of time?
Yeah, since the beginning of time. We have 3 albums out, and we're working on a new live DVD that we're going to put out. This will be our 30th year this year, and we're going to put a live DVD out of clips from the 80s, because clubs were a lot different back then, and people actually danced from the front to the bar to all the way to the back, and you could get 450 people in a club dancing to original heavy metal.
Yeah, people don't really like to dance much anymore.
Well, they just, with the DUI laws and the way the world has become, people are lazy, and that's not the proper word. People are reluctant to go out because of repercussions. Cautious, yes. But there are a lot of lazy people that just won't go out at all because, for whatever the reasons I'm not going to get into.
Well, it's easier to sit at home and play on your computer.
Yes, it is. And
or have it on-demand cable.
and the way the music industry is today, it's not the way it was when things were working well in the 80s and early 90s when bands got signed the proper way and promoted and put out there. But nowadays, it's just not like that, and you have to keep pounding away.
So let's, if people want to find out about you, let's have your websites and stuff where they can find out about you.
Quickest place to find out about me is on Facebook /Jeff Pittenger. Yeah, Facebook /Jeff.Pittenger. I also have a Monster Track Supergroup page on there, and my White Witch page. It's /1White Witch.
Okay, well, I'll have people get a hold of you and find out what you're up to, and hopefully get out and see some of your gigs and buy your CDs. How's that sound?
That would be very cool, and like I say, you want to check out the new album with Monster Track Supergroup. It's got 2 new originals on that I wrote, and a classic called Cherokee Nation, Paul Revere and the Raiders did in '71, and Day After Day from Badfinger, and nobody does Badfinger better than me.
Well, thanks for being with us again. I'm sure we'll talk to you again in the future, but for now it's always good to see what you're up to and let people know about you.
You're a good dude, John. Thanks.
Thanks. It was a good show. Now I'm starting. This is Adam.
Now we're good.
And you're a graduate of Lebanon Valley College, right?
That is correct.
And you got your degree in music.
In music business.
So
what I want to do is go into booking and promotions, maybe a little tour managing. And what I'm doing now, I work as a stagehand, security, good old janitorial work, ticket seller, all that, for the community club in Lancaster, as well as the underground
you work
bars
with
in
Nick?
Philly. Yeah. I mean, I work with Greg more there. I only really just see Nick when I get paid.
So, how do you like the Millennium? And is it useful to you? You like it?
It's definitely useful. It's a great networking tool, especially if you're trying to get into the industry. Just meeting people outside of panels. Like, I just went out to go have a cigarette, and I met Jason Spivak from JLS Artist Management Group, got his card, told him we'd talk later, trying to get in a few doors with him, but all this business is networking.
Yes, exactly.
And you got to start somewhere and work your way up.
And that's what people should realize. The most important thing here is really the networking.
Oh, definitely.
Well, thanks for letting us take a minute here off you, Adam, and hopefully I wish you lots of good luck in the future.
Yeah, pleasure is
Hopefully
mine.
we'll see you soon.
We should get the handshake.
There
we go. True friendship and networking.
I'm here with Ari, and she's one of the performers this year for Millennium. And maybe you could tell me about yourself and what you do, and also what you think about Millennium.
Well, I am the composer and band leader of a band called Summarily Dismissed. We are very Steely Dan influenced. Notice that our initials are SD as well. All the material, music lyrics, I write it all. I do all the orchestrations, and then I play the keys. And I've got normally 2 lead singers. Here in Harrisburg, I'll have only one because it's a real slip to get out here from New York. But we're playing tomorrow night. That's February 22nd. We have 2 shows at Stage on Her, which is kind of the Harrisburg equivalent of Joe's Pub in terms of being a really nice venue that's part of a greater arts complex.
Right.
And then we have a later show at Carly's Piano Bar, which is self-explanatory.
That's
piano
nice,
bar.
yes. Now, how many pieces are with you? You play keyboards and how many other people?
And then we've got 2 guitars, 1 bass, 1 drummer, lead singer. So I guess
you're a nice full band.
Yeah.
Now, you don't do any singing yourself?
I do some singing on only the funny stuff. See, here's the thing. I'm the female Randy Newman, in the sense that, you know how when Randy Newman sings his really funny, wacky songs, his voice sounds right?
No, I never thought his stuff was funny. No, I'm kidding. But,
well, I mean, like, even if you don't personally find it funny, you get that it's supposed to be funny.
Yes, exactly.
So it's, it's the off-the-beaten-path kind of stuff that his voice sounds right for. You wouldn't hire him to sing standards at your wedding, but his voice works for his funny stuff. Now, he also writes straight-ahead material.
Right.
And to hear him sing it just sounds god-awful. I mean, like the ballad, Think It's Gonna Rain Today, it's a beautiful ballad. But to hear him sing it, because, he wrote it, it doesn't sound good. It sounds much better to hear Bette Midler or Linda Ronstadt sing. Well, I figured I would have my cake and eat it too. I would have a band in which I had a visible role, leading the band and singing the funny stuff. But then I would have some real singers to sing my more straight-ahead material.
That's a good idea.
And that way, I figure I still get the pride of ownership of people knowing that I did, in fact, write these songs. I am, in fact, performing these songs. Because, when you're a composer, I find that composers in general don't get enough name recognition.
Right, no, they don't.
So, everyone thinks that a song is by whoever performed it.
And actually, and I hate to say this, and this is no insult to composers, but sometimes composers aren't the best people to perform their own music.
Agreed.
We were talking about Chris Christopherson last night, and I like Chris Christopherson, but sometimes it's better to hear other people sing the songs.
Yes. Oh, yes. Well, that's what I was saying about, some of Randy Newman stuff. Or another example, Laura Nero, who I am a major fan of. She's probably my only influence was female. Because people ask me all the time, people make assumptions about female musicians that, they see a chick with a piano. That's another reason I have a band, to avoid the chick singer pigeonhole.
Chick with a guitar, chick with a big piano.
Yeah. I mean, I am nowhere near Sarah McLachlan. I personally don't care for her stuff at all. And I'm not saying she doesn't have talent. She has good craft. I just personally don't care for her stuff, and it doesn't influence me at all. So, to hear somebody try and make a comparison there is like, excuse me, that's not where I'm coming from in the least. What, just because I sit down to pee, you're going to make a comparison? How about actually listening to the music?
Oh, I'm getting a visual. No, never mind. I tell you now, if people want to find out
although I guess German men sit down to pee too.
Oh, do they? Sometimes I only do that to be courteous if you don't want to wake people up. Sometimes we make a lot of noise, don't we?
I don't know, I sleep like the dead.
There you go.
And I don't mean the Grateful Dead, I mean like the actual
As
dead.
long as you don't do other things like the dead. But if people want to find out about you and your band, where are your websites at?
We are at summarily.dismissed.com, and you can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/summarily-dismissed.
How do you spell summarily?
SUMMARILY dismissed. You know how to spell dismissed.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
That way people know how to spell it.
Yep. So yeah, look for
now,
us.
Is this your first Millennium you've been to?
It is. It is.
How are you liking it so far?
It's great. We just got here this afternoon, so I've just been able to kind of dip my toe in the water, so to speak.
Well, it wasn't too cold, I hope.
Nothing's too cold. I went to school in Chicago.
There you go.
So I'm really excited to be here. I'm really looking forward to performing tomorrow night and going to the panels during the day tomorrow, and yeah, this is a good experience.
Well, I'm glad we got to meet you, and I look forward to seeing you perform tomorrow night, and hopefully I'll see you more in the future. Thank you.
Right on.
Well, here I am with Meredith Kamenak. Let me make sure I say that right. And it's through Meredith's Eyes, it's your business, and you do photography. Now, you work with PA musicians and these fine people. You actually shoot some covers for them.
Yes, I do.
But you also have your own work you've done, and you have a nice book we were looking at that you put together, and you shoot all kinds of pictures for other events and stuff. Maybe you could tell us about what you do.
I'm a portrait photographer. I have a studio located in Goldsboro, Pennsylvania, in between Harrisburg, New York. I have the indoor studio, and I go out and about, or I can bring my studio to you. Do a lot of commercial work, a lot of portraits and musicians, and it's a lot of fun. I published a book called As I Found It, and I did that so I could put my daughter through college. I'm on my second 1,000, which is so exciting.
Now, you're not old enough to have a daughter in college, are
I
you?
am, yes I am. And so with the book and doing book signings, I've been expanding my art, photographing things out in nature, and doing a lot of art shows and speaking and book signings.
It's a nice book, too.
Thank you.
Let's open a page so we can see one.
Sure.
Just one. You don't want to give them too much because you want them to buy it, right?
I know which one to pick. Ta-da!
There you go. It's nice.
Notice the bits. They're in a smiley face.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Now, if people wanted to get a hold of you, what would be your website to get a hold of you?
Through meredithseyes.com, or you can Google Meredith Kamenak. I'm also on Facebook.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah. the feeling. No one else can be above ya. Now sitting in my room, I'm just playing the pool. Nothing is ready, nothing to what I can lose. Had a lot of girls coming around, coming through, but I don't know nothing to take the place for you. You were my think I want to know. Listen to one girl play the ball. Put your down. Now you're going to the stuff in my own damn bag. Let's go.
Here we are, and here I am again this year at the Millennium Music Conference with Jim Price, the professor. And how are you doing this year, Jim?
I am doing very well indeed.
What kind of updates do you have for us? What's different are you doing this year that you haven't done before?
Well, I'm actually a sound engineer for the first time this year. You can play sound on the PA musician acoustic
For the stage here.
Yeah, that's something I've never done before. So that was a nice experience. Got to mix for some very good bands and artists, so that's been a good time.
And you're still writing your great article for PA Musician.
Absolutely, still writing the monthly column.
For this magazine right here.
Right there.
And you also, I guess over the last year or so, you started adding something new. You actually add your sketches.
Oh yeah, I've been doing sketch art. In fact,
I think that is something new you've been doing as we follow him.
I do sketch art, yes. I draw pen drawings of the many bands that I go to check out. I keep them in photo albums and maybe someday
This is something new that you didn't used to do. Well, you might have done it, but you didn't share it with people, I don't think.
Yeah, I actually started this up about 3 years ago. I've been drawing all my life, but I got away from it for a while. But Yeah, I got back into it about 3 years ago, and every time I go to see a band now, I have to break out the pens.
So when you're making out your book, you got to have a book like Meredith here has it for photos.
Yeah, she's coaching me on putting out a book, so
yeah, that's good.
that could be happening. Yep.
And you're still doing your radio show. Maybe you could tell us about that again.
Yes, every Sunday night, 8 to 10 p.m. on Rocky 104.9 and Rocky 99. I host the Homegrown Rocker. 2 hours of bands and artists from central Pennsylvania and points beyond the state, around and across the state and beyond the state. Indie music, we do album reviews, local music news, local music flashback where we play a band that used to grace area stages, a former band. Just a lot of fun. And by the way, that show now airs on Rocky 104.9 out of Altoona, Rocky 99.1 in Johnstown, and you can stream it online at Rocky1049.com.
That's great. So even if you don't live in the area, you can hear it.
Yep, you can hear it online.
And now, I guess over the past couple of years, you've started to become a real professor at a college also, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I had the nickname professor for close to 25 years, and now I actually teach communications and news writing at Penn State Altoona, so I'm actually a professor in real life.
That's great. Now, if people want to contact you, where can they get a hold of you?
Well, you can email me at jptheprofessor@gmail.com. I have a Facebook page, Jim Price. And through PA Musician Magazine as well, and Rocky 104.9 Radio.
Now, do you have anything upcoming you'd like to mention to people?
Well, let's see.
Well, you're also in the band. Let's
that's something we need to get to. Now, after years and years of writing about music, I now play music. I play hand percussion in a band called the Backyard Rockers. I also play ukulele. I recently joined the Allegheny Ukulele Collective. And as of this past week, I'm now a member of a group called the Allegheny Bilge Rat Shetty Choir. It's about 20-25 members strong. We play pirate music and shetty sea
That sounds good. Now, if anybody wanted to find out about those bands you're in, how would they find them? They have websites?
Yep, they all have websites, so you can find out about the Backyard Rockers on Reverb Nation, also on Facebook and on rockpage.net. Allegheny Ukulele Collective has a Facebook page, and so does the Allegheny Bilge Rat Shetty Choir.
Well, I think we covered everything now, Jim. And what was your email again, just in case?
jptheprofessor@gmail.com.
Well, thanks, Jim, and thanks for being with us again.
Thank you.